Okay, we can talk. We can start.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. We are now live. It means people can see us from all around the globe. We are talking about WordPress, WordCamps, and some personal things that we can share with people globally. So, welcome everyone. This is Go with WP podcast. Today, we are going to talk with Emma. She is one of the organizers from WordCamp Europe 2024. And we're so excited. Uh, and GoWP is one of the proud media partners for WordCamp Europe for the first time. And we're trying hard to make the voice of WordCamp Europe louder. We always want to take WordCamp Europe in every doorsteps of WordPressers. Those who are able to join WordCamp Europe in person, that is fantastic. And those who are not able to join in person, they can still watch this video, know about WordCamps, and get some more idea about it. Today, in this evening, probably, I think it's also evening in the Europe. So in this time, we are going to talk about WordPress and WordCamp Europe surroundings. And if you have any thing to ask, if you want to anything to discuss, you can also comment to our Facebook Live so that we'll also try to include your questions in this talk. And this we don't have any fixed agenda. We'll talk it random. And if you would like to join in this Zoom, we also have a registration link in our meetup.com/go with WP. You can visit that link, register it, and you can find the joining links over there. Register it, and we will let you in. Okay, so today we have Emma, Sunita, and Siva. Emma, welcome to our podcast. And I'd like to introduce yourself so that you can introduce how you would like.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for having me. How I want to introduce myself. I feel like that's always such a hard question to answer. Like which direction are we going to go in for this podcast? But yeah, so I am head of content at Hostinger. I am also an organizer for WordCamp Europe this year on the content team. Surprise, surprise there. And yeah, I don't know, like to keep it short, I'm just kind of like a very easygoing, silly kind of person. Like I do like to work hard, don't get me wrong. I like to have things organized, but I also like the beauty of chaos and adventure and the unknown. So it's a nice kind of balance of life and work and or the imbalance of it, I guess. But yeah, I never thought I would find myself in content when I was younger. So this is interesting, just the way that life goes. But yeah, I guess in a nutshell, I am just I think generally a happy person.
Oh,
And just kind of excited to talk to everybody and to kind of get to know everyone's adventures and journeys and what they're working on and see if there's anything that I can help with or chat about. So that's a
yes.
terrible introduction, but that's me.
It's fine, it's fine. And I think you missed one thing, and you love to dance as well. I see you were dancing in after party a lot.
I no. So I ask people to dance. I'm a
Oh,
terrible dancer,
uh,
but I like to, get people to kind of share with me some of their dances, so I can maybe try to improve it, but I don't think it's working.
yeah, yeah. Like a group of people from hosting her were like really enjoying an after party in what camp Asia in Taipei
Okay,
in
so that was
hospitality.
so much fun. After
Yeah.
that word came, I don't know what it was, but when we got there, we got there on time. It was still very, not a lot of people had shown up yet, and that the singer
Mm,
that was the opening act, he was
mm,
just had such good vibes,
mm,
and our team was like happy with the conference. We were so happy with like the way everything turned out, and we had quite a few beer towers, and we were just vibing. Like that was such fun. I had like no voice by the end of like the hour. And then when they switched it to the second entertainment, those two girls, like
mm.
they were also great, but we were like, no, bring back the other guy. Like we had so much fun with him. We were like, don't go. I forgot about that. That was actually a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I was there too. I also did some dance, but like the group of people from your company were really like collaborating, like having fun, beers and other stuff. That is what I noticed. So from next time, you can also add that I love people to encourage dancing, something like that. You
Heck
can
yeah.
you
Yeah,
can
that's true. Especially if you can sing along with it. Like I think that was the most fun was we went to karaoke afterwards. That's how inspired we were. We were like, we need to continue this.
Yeah, we do. We also went to karaoke after the
Oh.
after party, and that was the after and after party. So
Hmm.
we stay whole night like karaoke and like a party. It was really fun actually.
Yeah,
Taipei was
it
amazing.
was fun. Yeah.
So we like to use the same energy in WordCamp Europe as well.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, so WordCamp Europe is the most biggest WordPress conference around the globe. I think there are more than 2,500, 3,000 attendees uh, in Europe. People from all around the globe will gather there. So we'll
Mhm.
come in that part later. But at first, so can you tell about the work, the duty that you perform in the as a head of content, like how you work, what are the things that you can share? You can share in that way as well. So how you perform the work is in your role
At for organizing or for at Hostinger?
for hosting her.
So yeah, so for Hostinger, so head of content, it was actually a very interesting journey how I got there. I applied to be like a customer success agent. And then, fast forward 4 years later, I'm head of content to 5 years. So it was a nice, like, I guess it would be like a good, like, character arc in a story. Yeah, so now I have an amazing team. We worked mainly on hosting your tutorials. Hopefully you read them and also
Yeah, yeah.
hosting your blog.
Regular.
And that's good. Yeah. And I don't know, like I feel like I have to give a lot of credit to the team. So we have a small content SEO team. We have writers, we have editors, and we also have our focus locales. So we translate to other languages as well.
Oh,
And yeah, like when I first started, it was a much smaller team. We kind of did everything ourselves. Like we did the outreach, we did the SEO plans, we did all of the backlinking and wrote it and edited it and published it. And now because we have more closer to 30 people, like a mid-20s around for my team, we split it up. We share the tasks. And I have some great team leads on the content team. But yeah, basically our whole goal and our whole mission for hosting your tutorials is to help everybody be successful online. So from like if in your journey, like it's getting a website or deciding that you even need a website, we want to be there for you. If it's like deciding you need to grow your website and have more resources, then hopefully we can help like give you enough information for you to sort that out. And then also like what type of website do you want to use? WordPress? Like what type of plugins should you use? Do you need to have 50 plugins or maybe just like cut it back down to 5 or something? And like the importance of like, site speed and security. And then, but like the ultimate goal is like, it's just to help whoever uses Hostinger to be successful. And whatever they think is successful, we want to help them get there. And if you need a lot of our help, if you need a little bit of our help, like we just want to be able to cover all of those areas. So yeah, just tutorials to help you, like if you have like a 403 error and you're not like, oh my God, what do I do now? Like you have like a tutorial that's not confusing, or it just tells you how to fix it. Like that's pretty much our bread and butter. We just want to get in, get out, let you get on with life and be helpful. And I guess that's the best way to sum it up. And for like the team right now.
Yeah, so I know how Hostinger is growing, like the graph of Hostinger is growing. As you say before, like you are a small team and now we have like more than like around more than 1,000 employees. I think it's spread all around the globe, more than 2 million like clients and something like that. I know the growth of Hostinger because the company can grow with the common spirit of all the employee of the members that involved in that company or in that project. So, and Hostinger is really a good solution for newers as well. The UI that Hostinger have, the content that Hostinger provide to the readers, the easy interface, like someone can easily set up their WordPress in a few clicks. So if someone is looking for a website, if someone is looking to start the website building career, something like that, probably Hostinger is a simplest and easy solution with a like cheap rate. Probably that is the reason why Hostinger is getting like more popular and popular these days. And the great thing is that Hostinger is one of the recommended hosting for WordPress, you know?
Yeah.
I think you should be proud of that. So how do you feel about knowing about that Hostinger is recommended from WordPress.org?
That was wild. Like, I don't think, because it came out of nowhere, we've been working for this goal for forever, it feels like, but obviously not forever, but we haven't been around that long. But it was almost like, actually, I think DJ, our CEO, put it in good words. It was like at our last town hall, he was kind of like, when you stop thinking it's something that's going to happen, and it's like you start, like that was the goal for so long. And then it was like, maybe that's not the right goal. Maybe our goal is to work on smaller goals towards it. And then it happened naturally and organically, which was awesome for us. But yeah, we had, I think it was where it started was actually at WordCamp Asia. We got like a screenshot from our CEO that was like, this could possibly happen. Like it could be in the works. Like, and I think that's also maybe why we had such good vibes at the after party, because we were like, yeah, we can do it. We can celebrate now. Nothing happened. Nothing was agreed upon. There was no, we weren't up there yet, but we were like, just the fact that we're talking about it is good. And so maybe that's why we celebrated so much harder. But no, it's been awesome. Like it was super fast. I don't know of what the normal process is and if we followed it, or if it was just if every single one is unique. But yeah, I think when we saw it up there live, all of us kind of that have been going to these word camps and like really trying to hear what the clients want and what, like you talked about our like H panel, our interface, and that's all built in-house. Like our product team is amazing. We go to WordCamp, we talk to the people who use Hostinger, and we're like, what do you like? What do you hate? What do you need? And then we take that back and we're like, here you go, please code this. Please add this because it'll make everybody's lives easier. And after we do a little bit of that and more, we ended up on, the recommended hosting for WordPress.org. And we were just like, I don't know, like, I don't think we celebrated enough. Like, I was just smiling, I think, for like a week straight, being like, I showed my husband, I was like, look at this. And he's like, cool. But for the ones that like me, Leo, Maya, Delmontes, like we were all like, is this real? Is this real life? Are we dreaming? So yeah, I don't know. It's still very fresh, so it's but we'll enjoy it while we can. And hopefully people continue to like give us feedback, and so we can continue to keep improving our products, and everyone will be happy.
yeah, exactly. So the ultimate goal is to be happy, and I'm glad that you all are happy and you are making others' life easier as well with the product that you have delivered. Okay, so let's come to WordCamp Video. This is the first time that you are organizing as organizers for WordCamp Video?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about how was the application submission? How did you come up with the idea that I should be in the organizing team? Okay, so that those who are looking for applying next year, probably they'll get some ideas.
Yeah, so actually my very first WordCamp, where I think I met you for the first time, was WordCamp Asia in Bangkok. And I was like, very first WordCamp, and I'm gonna volunteer. Why not? Like do a double whammy. And since then I've been wanting to volunteer. So I did like the interviewings with Shiva's team for AV. And then the next time I did MC, and I was like, I'm gonna get myself to that confidence level of a speaker. Haven't got there just yet, but So when this one came up, I don't remember, somebody shared it maybe on WordPress Slack, or maybe it was even Marco, but it was like, he was somebody works at Hostinger with me. He was like, I think it was him. He's like, hey, like WordCamp Europe is looking for organizers. And I was like, okay, that's another version of volunteering. I can do this. I'm head of content. There's a content team. And I could not have been more wrong about like my roles or tasks or responsibilities. So I applied, and I basically said, like, F it, screw it, like, let's just do it. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? And they could say no is the worst that could happen, and it's okay, I'll try again next year. But Mario said yes, and so I joined the content team. It was not what I was expecting at all. I think my application in my mind was like making blog posts, making social media posts, Twitter, which is communications team for anybody who wants to apply in the future. But because of my kind of like misunderstanding of this, the content team has been an experience that I don't know if I would have signed up for if I had known, but it's been amazing. Like, I learned even more than what I thought I was going to, but it's been very different from what I expected. So, but yeah, I don't know. It was just as simple as like, I really wanted to help. I wanted to help more than volunteering. I just didn't know where I could help. Like, where I think my expertise or specialty lies is more with the communication side of it. But with this, I was able to kind of bring so many different opinions and my perspective. And I actually feel helpful being on the content team, like helping choose the speakers and setting up the schedule and the MCs and stuff. Because I've been on the other end of it where I was an MC, and what kind of information I wish I had when I was volunteering as an MC. But I think overall, I think the biggest thing was I have so much more respect for organizers, for you, for everybody who's done it. Like the amount of work that goes into it, I don't think I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna carve out this many hours a week. Oh no, that's such crap, such bullshit. I did so much more work, but I think I'm going to enjoy it so much more. Like, once I'm there, once I see people excited about it, once I see people enjoying it, like, but yeah, I have a whole other respect for anybody who wants to plan something like this. Like, the amount of work that goes into it, it's very not satisfying is not the right word, but like gratifying, I guess. Like, you feel good afterwards. Like, I feel good, and we haven't even finished yet. We still have so much stuff to do.
Yeah.
But it's but yeah, you feel great afterwards.
Yeah. So while applying for the organizers, who usually think that, oh, I can easily commit my 2-3 hours per week for this particular role, but that won't be enough. It's just,
No.
and I know the experience that this is the third time I'm going to organize work in Asia, so I know like how much time that we need to allocate. So we need to manage our time for town hall meeting, Teams meeting, like internal team meeting as well. And I'm a regular contributor, like I'm a full-time contributor, like rank and support my time. So I am always being in the part of contribution, but contributing as a WordCamp organizers is quite different. So we need to like align the time with other organizers as well. Some of them live in east part, some of them live in west part. The time difference, the culture difference, the festivals have this difference, and we have to like be with them for a whole year, planning, preparation, and then execution. And when probably you are thinking that I'm not going to apply it again as organizers. Probably you are thinking right now. But on the last day of the event, when the event will be concluded, and when the organizers say that call for organizers for next edition, at that time you think that, oh, I need to do it again. So that is how we usually come up with. That's why I'm in third year now. So doing and organizing the WordCamp. So it's not about like only about organizing the WordCamp. It's about the internal satisfaction that we get. It's all about the open source that we love. And we all want to see the growth of WordPress open source project even more. That probably that is the reason why that we are doing this, like without saying like festival, without saying like holiday, or blah blah blah. So as you said, like the content team is the content team that you think was quite different than that you are currently working. So probably the content team means the content for the entire event, like
Yeah.
speaker selection, probably checking all the speaker slides, like content of the speakers, probably preparing the schedule, something like that. Probably one of the major major tasks in WordCamp. Did you feel exhausted while doing all those work any day, anytime?
I think yeah, so like this speaker application process, like when we started it, it was like, oh, you know, we just need to make an application and we'll see what happens. And then it's like 500 applicants later. All of us were like, oh my God, how are we gonna do this? That's so many people. Sorry,
I was rejected. Anyway, go on.
oh no. But yeah, like I think we actually broke a record on how many applicants applied, and we had a limit of 2 per person, and so and not everybody did 2, so it was kind of like it was crazy. Like I don't think I ever knew what the process was. How do people pick? But there was there's so many parts to it that that maybe it'll be helpful for people who want to be part of this process to maybe to send in an application to be part of the content team for next year. But so we have a group of 7 in our team, and we basically took all of the applicants and we read every single one. Like obviously not everybody read 500, but we had stages of it. Like, let's look at how much time and effort and did they put into the application. Because not gonna lie, some of the applications were like, I want to talk about apples or whatever, and then there was like no outline or anything like that. So we kind of crossed out some of those, and then we went into stage 2 where we all broke up into pairs because we didn't want one person's opinion to be like the only thing. And we put them on a scale of like, how interested would we think people would be for this? Like, is it, does this person have, we like vetted everybody. Does this person have expertise in the topic that they want to talk about? Do they have experience in speaking? How well thought out is their application? And then we kind of like cross-examined each other. So like if somebody said yes and somebody said yes, they moved on. If somebody said yes and somebody said no, we added another person into it, and then they moved on. And then each stage got smaller and smaller and more people from the content team involved. And it was just, it was very long. There were a lot of discussions. It was actually a perfect content team because we all had very different opinions and we all had very different what we wanted to see. Like, obviously I work with content and organic traffic at Hostinger. So I want to see like SEO, content, marketing, like dev talks, or like if how advanced it gets is maybe a little out of my realm. But then like, you know, we got a lot of feedback from WordCamp Europe from last year, 2023 in Athens, that we want more dev talks. So you're getting more dev talks, like you're getting a whole track for it. And so it was very nice to see, like, because my priorities are different from somebody else. What I crave to listen to is different than someone else. And I think that there's kind of a very nice share of everything now. Like there's a little sprinkle of everything plus from the feedback form. And but it was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. And I just hope that, like, obviously more than 150 people were denied. That sounds so bad. I don't want to say rejected. That sounds even worse, but we can apply again for next year, which is so many people, 450 people. So it's like, or at least 450 applications. But yeah, I just hope that everybody enjoys it. Like, because it was like quite a few months, blood, sweat, and tears. No, I'm just kidding. That we went into this. But yeah. So it was something. It was an experience for sure.
Yeah. So I can understand the pressure that you have to face, like so many applications, and all of the topics are really interesting. You really wanted to include all those topics, but you have some limitation, and you also have some plan about what type of topics that you are going to include this year, for topics, and the time, the generation, probably you select some more topic about AI this time, probably. So probably you have some sort of thoughts, and there are some speakers that you don't want to miss it, but still there are some topics that you want to include, but you are not able to do that. That is
Yeah.
the reason why Go EWP, and there are so many other podcasts running in the internet. For example, if someone is not able to deliver that topic from WordCamp, probably you can deliver that topic from this platform, from GoWP or similar other platform. At least you can deliver from one of the sources. But if you are not able to do that as well, you can simply record it and upload it in YouTube. And those who are passionate, those who want to learn about your topic, they will end it up with you. And probably this is also a great announcement. If you have a topic, if your topic is not selected, or if you want to do it again, contact us. We'll try to help you. We'll try to make a topic like more. We'll take your topic to the global audience from our platform as well. Okay, so about the personal things, like how do you manage like work camp, and your personal life? Like probably we only have 24 hours in a day. Probably you have some like family time. Probably you also have some work responsibility. You also want to contribute some hours in WordPress project as well. And on the top of that, there is work camp period as well. So how you are managing this like 6-7 months period of time? How tough it
That
is?
is, I would love to know your answer to that too. Everybody's answer, because there's not enough hours in the day to do all the things that we want to do. But yeah, I don't want to say I'm like a workaholic, but like I have very high standards for myself, for like for my team, for the people that I work with. So I try to like utilize as much time, as much of my day as possible. So while I do like to like Instagram scroll every once in a while, I do like to be like efficient with my time. So I don't know, like I also think that my answer maybe 6 months ago would be different than it is now. Like every once in a while I remember that like it's not work-life balance, it's work-life imbalance, because you should not be working and living the same amount. You should be living more than you're working. But if you're enjoying what you work on, then you're winning at life. So like sometimes when I'm working on something and it's so much fun that I'm like, I get paid to do this. It's kind of like, okay, I hit the lottery. So I think I got that with hosting, like I get to work on content that I enjoy. But at the same time, and then I also get to work with the WordPress community that I enjoy. Yeah, obviously it's not 5 days a week where I'm like 40 hours. Like I love life, I love work, but I do have that. And then with like my balancing with my personal life, I actually brought my husband to WordCamp Porto, to his first WordCamp just a couple like last weekend. And I was like, hey, you like, hey, you, I was like, this is the world this is all the business trips that I go on. This is what I talk about all the time. My late meetings, because everybody's in different time zones. And like he's had like a WordPress blog, but like not, like organizing or volunteering or contributing. And it was so much fun to like experience it with him, and to see him like his eyes like spark, and to actually hear like what questions he asks people at the sponsor booths. Because I was like, we write about people who are just starting a WordPress website for the first time, or like people who have these same questions, but and you always tell yourself, put yourself in the writer's shoes. Like, but I've never experienced standing right next to that person that I'm supposed to be like imagining. And it was just like, ask more questions. And I was just like taking more notes. Like, what else do you need more context on? And it was just so much fun because the community was so open to him, you know, like the Portuguese community. There was a lot of the Spanish community there, a lot of organizers. And we just had so much fun. And I got to do it with him, like, which was the most fun. So if for all those couples out there that are like tag teaming different make teams in WordPress, like you guys have figured it out because it's that's definitely helped with. I'm trying to get him into the WordPress bug, but that's helped. But to be honest, I think like I do have to make sacrifices from work and from WordPress. Like, you know, a lot of companies have a WordPress community manager. We don't. That's kind of split out between everybody that goes to WordCamp. So it's not just me, it's Domantas, it's Justina, it's Guste, it's Leo, it's Maya. Everybody kind of shares their little part of it, which I think has worked really well for us and doesn't put all of the pressure on one person as well. Yeah, I don't know, like it just helps that I like it. Like I think if you don't like it, maybe it's not for you, but if you like it and it doesn't feel like work, then maybe try to do more of it, I guess. Get sponsored if you can. That's a hard question to answer though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the term that you mentioned, that sacrifice, we have to do some sacrifice to do something great. For example, if you are not able to sacrifice your movie time, if you are not able to sacrifice your Instagram scrolling time, TikTok or Reels, so if you get out from those unfruitful time, probably you can use that time to something else where you will be satisfied, you will be happy, and you will be able to help other people. You know, probably when did you watch the movie last time? Probably a couple of months back. Probably. Why? Because you are not able to watch movie right now in this critical period. Because 2 hours, 3 hours, it's really hard for you to manage at the moment. Because someone send you a DMM, someone's like another notification come up in your screen, something like that. So it is really hard. As you said before, we need to do some sacrifice. We need to sometimes we need to get out from our family time as well. I remember one thing. While we were preparing for our WordCamp Asia in Bangkok, WordCamp Asia in Bangkok was in 17th February, and my marriage date was on 10th of February, just 7 days before. Everyone was like doing some preparation and other stuffs, and I was in a meeting. Like everyone was outside my house, like doing a lot of work, but I was in a meeting. That is the sacrifice that I had to do for WordCamp Asia. So probably you have to do from your end. Probably other will also do from their end as well. And we have Sunita. She is joining WordCamp Asia organizing team from this year, and probably she will know the pressure that she will face, and probably she will love to. Anyway, I don't want to discourage you.
I know.
Yeah, we all do great things together, but still, you have to do some sacrifice. Be prepared.
Just a little.
Okay. So how excited are you for WordCamp Europe 2025 as you are organizing for the first time?
I mean, like, I feel like I'm not at the excited stage yet because we're still checking all of the slides from the speakers. So maybe if any of them are listening, please send them in. So we could get more excited. But no, I think like I don't think I know what I'm going to experience. You know, it's kind of like the first time I ever went to a WordCamp, or the first time I ever went to a WordCamp Asia versus a WordCamp US or EU. Like, I know I'm going to enjoy it. I know I'm going to be like super excited and finally feel like the weight's off my shoulders. But I don't know my level of excitement just yet, because I think if you've ever met me in person, I can be like a calm Emma, or I can be like an Emma. So I feel like near the end of WordCamp Europe, I'll be like very excited. but I just wanted it to kind of go smoothly. Like
Mm.
the speakers show up, the speakers are confident, the speakers feel like it was like they want to sign up again and they want to do this more and they like our gift and like people like their talks. Of course, not everything's going to go super smoothly, but I would like that. And to be honest, I'm also very excited to see the content team, all the organizers in person. Like I've seen a few of them here and there, but now I feel like, we've gone through so much together. We're always going to be bonded. So it'd be nice to just like give them a hug and be like, good job. We did it. We're here. So I am excited to put all of our hard work into play and see how it goes. And I'm excited for the after party. And now I understand why all the organizers like party at the after party, because they're finished. They're like, here's some drink tokens. I feel like I'm gonna be like that at it. So yeah, overall I'm excited, but I feel like there's different levels of excitement coming.
Exactly. So the level of excitement will probably change the way of the excitement. Probably you have different type of excitement while attending for the first time, and organizing the level of excitement is quite different. So we also have some comments from our attendee. I would like to go with that comment first, and then we'll come back again.
Okay.
So he said that what role do you see AI playing in content creation and optimization in the future? Oh, about AI. So
yeah, so okay, so this is a good one. I think like, when AI boom happened at the beginning of 2023, like the beginning of last year, everyone went through like the 5 stages of like grief and emotion and expectation. We were like, oh my God, it's going to take over our lives. Like some people went like Terminator route. Some people went like, we're out of a job. And some people were like, it's just AI. So now that we've had over a year with like it, there's ChatGPT, there's Bard, there's Gemini, there's all of these different variations of it. And we've kind of learned how to use it. For me personally, I don't think that it's ever going to like take over content team, like take over writers, take over editors, but it's something that is a very good tool to use, like a Grammarly, like something that just like you get used to using in the content process. So I don't think I think a lot of people kind of learned last year how much we can use it in it. There was a lot of blogs that were just producing like 70 blogs a day that were just AI content, AI created content. But that kind of stuff like, got hit by Google algo updates. And also was just, regurgitated content from something that somebody else already wrote. So nothing was unique, nothing had the expertise, nothing was researched. So I think if people use AI ethically and in a good way, do the research themselves, and then use it like as somebody that you want to discuss something with or brainstorm with, that's a good way to use it, but don't use it to make shortcuts. That's for content creation. For like optimization though, I feel like it's helped a lot. Like you can do content gap analysis so much faster. There's always tools like, you could use Ahrefs, AccuRanker, SEMrush, but now you can just kind of ask ChatGPT and be like, hey, look at this competitor, look at Hostinger's blog and tutorials, and look at this category. What things are missing from mine? And it'll do kind of a lot of that manual work for you very quickly. You should double check it. But yeah, so I think AI in the last year has changed. We started like way up here. Everybody wanted to talk about it. And now it's kind of calmed down. Everyone kind of has relearned how to not maybe relearned, but like we use it better and smarter and properly now.
Yeah, human is always human, so nothing can beat human. Okay, so another question. What are your biggest takeaways or lesson learned as a content head of Hostinger?
So many learning moments, as like a leader of a big team, you learn a lot. I have a very international team, so cross-cultural leadership is very important to me. If people people grow up different. People have different values. People have different principles. How they communicate is different. I've had a lot of learning here and there with that. And how to help empower my team to feel the confidence to be able to do a lot of things. With content specifically, I think there's a nice balance between like planning and just going with the flow. Because as much as we would love to like, you know, our quarterly planning, our OKRs, we have this, we're like, this is gold. We're going to be ranked #1. Like we're going to make so much money. We have all of these goals. And then we have this epic plan on a Monday, and then it's Tuesday and Wednesday. And then it's like Google drops something or a competitor does something. And we're like, abort, change everything. We have to change all the plans. And so having that flexibility and being able to like take the new information, not freak out or freak out for like go into a corner, scream into your pillow, and then like make a plan. That type of flexibility and bias like towards action, like, you know, working, I feel like now I'm just saying hosting or principles, but like, you know, maybe not having everything a discussion, but just making a new plan has been super helpful. And trusting yourself has been a big thing, because like I overthink a lot, and I'm like, I just need somebody to agree that this is the best plan at the moment. But maybe everyone disagrees, and maybe it still is the best plan. And like, you don't have to have all the answers. Just test something out, and or talk to somebody, and like, and you can get things wrong. Like nobody's perfect. Like I think that's like been the most humbling thing, is like, let's do this. And everyone's like, no, let's not. And I'm like, let's do it. And then you do it and it fails, and I'm not fired. So it's like, okay, let's not do that anymore. So not being afraid to take risks and to try something crazy or out of the box. You learn something from it. Maybe the whole thing doesn't work, but the whole thing isn't a failure. You'll learn one thing from it. You take that and you grow from there. Exactly. And so I think finding the wins in those types of situations are really important to hold on to. And then finding the things that you can improve on a good situation are also really important. Like a postmortem. Actually, Adam and I have a podcast on that, so you could listen to that. Yeah, I don't know, like, and not taking it so, take it seriously. Obviously, it's your job, it's your it's your company, but like, enjoy it. I'm always like, and it makes the process a lot better and more enjoyable. And I think you put a lot more effort into something that you really care about, that you want to succeed. Yeah.
Either you love the work you do, or do the work you love. So if you do the work that you love, probably you'll get so many takeaways. Probably you will learn a lot from it. Not only the work that you do, but all of the other things that is around, like different cultures, something like that. You will get a lot of things. Just you need to work what you love, or love what you work. Okay, so another thing that come in my mind, why Hostinger is better than other hosting providers from your point of view, not from the user's point of view, from your point of view as a team member of Hostinger.
Because of me. No, I'm just kidding.
That's also a valid point.
No, okay. No, I think at the end of the day, like I never worked at these other companies. I just, the only interactions I have with them is at WordCamps. So, and I really like WordCamps because it's like, you know, you kind of hit pause on competition for a second, and you get to know them as a person. Like I'm not Emma Hostinger, and it's not Courtney GoDaddy. It's like Emma and Courtney from with WordPress in mind. But that being said, like, I think that there is a level of drive at Hostinger and the people that work there that is very hard to match. Like the standards that we have for ourselves and for the stuff that we provide for our clients is like at a bar so high that like sometimes I'm like, are we even gonna make it there? Like, who made these goals? And then it's like, oh, I made these goals for myself. So like it's something else to work with like such talented people that want, like we talked about it before the call started, but all we want is for the people who use Hostinger, our clients, to be successful. That's our end goal. Yeah, if we make money on the way, awesome, because we are a company, you know. But at the end of the day, if you get what you want successfully, like if it's you sell an X amount of t-shirt, if you have an agency and you develop things for other people, if that's what success looks like to you, and we're able to help with the products that Hostinger creates, then that's what we want. So I think why we have clients and we have a principle that's customer obsession. And I actually think the people that work at Hostinger are obsessed with our clients. Like we want to know anything we can do to help them. And I'm sure a lot of other companies have that as well, but like, but I don't know. I just like, maybe it's because they're Lithuanian. Not everybody that works there is Lithuanian, but like the way that they started it, like it's just crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I started there, I was like, is this a cult? Like, I was like, am I gonna be sacrificed? And because this is too good to be true. Like everybody wants the product to be successful. Everybody will work where they need to, when they need to, tie in all these stuff. And I don't know, I just haven't seen anybody else with that level of passion, I guess, and drive, and they want all of this to be good for the people that use it. And innovated, I think, like the product team at Hostinger, everything that's developed in-house is just like crazy. And that's how we can make things so affordable. Like we don't use, third parties. Like we created H panels, so you didn't have to pay for C panel subscription. We do an in-house CDN, like, so all of this stuff is just included because we know how hard it is to start a business from scratch. So, and we don't want to make it any harder for you. And, but yeah, like, I don't know, you can just talk to any of us at like the WordCamp Europe booth. If you talk to anybody who comes to represent Hostinger, you can see like this work-life imbalance. First of all, we like to enjoy our life, but we also work hard every second that we can, so that anybody that uses Hostinger, I think that you'll see immediately how much we care about your success. Yeah, and I don't think that's not just like our tagline or mission, like it's I believe it, so I think that's the big difference.
Yeah, exactly. So those who are listening and those who want to know the success story of Hostinger, probably these are the things that you need to take care about. If your business is not in the right way, probably you can get some idea from Emma that why Hostinger is doing really good. So one thing that she mentioned, that the main focus of their business is to satisfy the end customer. If the end customer are happy, if the end customer are able to make money from their business, if the end customer are really are happy with the service that they provide, then they will ultimately sustain their business. So probably that is one great takeaway that we can take from this point, Emma. Okay. Okay, let's talk about party. Like we are almost enough the today podcast. So usually Hostinger hosts the party for contributors' day table leads. So what's the plan for this year?
Oh no, I can't tell secret. I'm pretty bad at secrets. The one from WordCamp Asia, I was like, I have a secret to tell, and then I told everybody. I'm like one of those people who buy you Christmas presents, and then I'm like, wrap it and put it like, and then I tell you what your gift is. But no, so we're definitely planning it. That's for sure. The location is really cool. I don't know if I should say it or not, but like well, we haven't signed the contract yet, so actually this could change, so I don't want to be a liar. All I can say is the reason why we do this is because, like organizers, table leads, and especially like make team leads, it's hard. It's hard shit. Like it's a lot of work. And during WordCamps, I understand like how much your time is needed to either like be at your booth or to go to this party, and not only to enjoy yourself, but to make sure that you talk to the people that you should and network and stuff. But the one thing that I think we always forget to do is eat. It's like when you're at a wedding and it's your wedding and your parents like one piece of advice, make sure you eat, and then you don't understand why you're so drunk. I feel like this is the same thing that happens at WordCamp. And so like it started off as like, we want to say thank you and we want to feed you. We want to give you fuel so you can last the next 8 hours, and just thank you for all your contributions. And so, yeah, I mean, like that's how much I can say is if I haven't reached out to you yet and you're a table lead, please let me know because I need to send you an invitation. But yeah, I think it's important to also celebrate them and everybody who contributes to WordPress, because like going back to like Hostinger principles and like it helps future Emma and future Hostinger and future all of us, because the product is better, the platform is better. So with the contributors dinner, we can expect good food. We can expect a very nice venue. It's really cool. It's not far. You can walk there. Maybe some bad humor from me and some nice drinks. And that's all I can say for now. I don't want to get in trouble.
No. So I think there are also some side events. Those who are attending WordCamp Europe, let me check.
I think Patricia is doing a picnic on Wednesday.
Yeah. So those who are watching it live, you can also visit WordCamp Europe site and find the side events. And if you reach on 12th June, there is a side event called pre-event picnic on 12th from 1 p.m. It's very near to the venue. The entry cost is free, but you need to take drinks or foods for yourself. So many other WordPressers will be there. Go there, meet them, network them, and make some business as well. So it's up to you.
Yes.
Yeah. And there is another event from SiteGround, Dream Big Party. It's on 14th. There are other side events from Premiers as well that is already announced. That is invite-only events. You can check their website and fill the form. So most of the side events, you need to fill the form, book your spot, and then go there. For me, there are so many things that we can get in WordCamps, but side events is one of them.
Yeah.
Why? Because during the whole day, you have to take some sessions, probably you have to meet some people, probably you need to take some photos and other stuff, blah, 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 blah. On the side events, you only have two things. One is food and one is talk. You can take foods and you can talk with other people, and you can make a good relationship with the people in that event. That is why the value of after party, the value of before party, the value of side events exists. I think probably more than 80% of the WordPressers that I meet in the side events are very close to me, even these days. So the intimacy that we can build in the side events is really, really great. So I feel it personally. So whenever I attend the flagship event, I usually try to find more side events that I can join. Because in the smaller WordCamps, it's really hard to get those side events. They usually host a small after party. That is also enough. But if you are attending the flagship event, try to reach there early, as soon as possible. For example, WordCamp Europe is going to start from 13th of June. But if you can manage, try to reach there at least 2-3 days before. Try to start exploring the city and try to get connected with people. Probably you can use WordCamp Europe Slack channel and say that, hey, I already in this city. If you are around, let's have coffee and have some lunch together. So in that way, you can do some network, you can talk with people, and you never know. The people that you are going to talk will be another CEO or another boss for the big company, and that you can get a good chance to be in it. And you can also find some contributors. You can also learn from them. So there are lots of things that you can get. If you are attending the WordCamps, try to make it best. Try to take more out of it. Just don't go and back. Try to Yeah. So I think you are also on the same point.
Yeah, and I also think like don't think too much about like who's hosting it. Like it's
Mm.
not weird for me to go to WP Engines even though I work for hosting or to go to like GoDaddy's or something like that. Like I said, it's paused in WordCamp.
Yeah.
Everyone's friends because
Yeah.
WordPress is the priority. And then I think the only other advice I would give is you can sleep on the plane home. Like you don't sleep during WordCamp.
Yeah.
You
You'll never
go
get that.
yep.
You won't get a chance as well.
Nope. So drink water and eat and then sleep when you go home.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think in Taiwan, all of the night was sleepless, I guess. Like we sleep like only few hours every day.
Yep.
Because like party, party, a whole night party. Uh, but the food are different things, and the network, the people that we meet are really different, and we are not able to meet them always.
Exactly.
And the intimacy that we can create in person meet is different than the intimacy that we met here. For example, Emma and we know each other. We met like more than 2 times already. That is why we are having compatible for this communication. But if we have to like do this type of communication only online, then the intimacy that is really hard to build within us.
Yeah.
So if you are planning to attend physically, or if you already planned it, try to make great out of it. Try to take more out of it and try to enjoy out of it. Okay, I think we are almost end of the today podcast. Uh, at the end, Sunita, Siva, do you have anything to add?
I think the only thing is I wanted to add just real quick, like if you are listening and you're nervous to go to WordCamp Europe and you're like, I don't know anybody, like just reach out to me and I'll just bring you everywhere with me. I have no problem introducing myself to strangers. So if you're like, if you can at least send me a message and be like, please, like I'm maybe introverted, like just shoot me a message on LinkedIn. I will tell you which parties to invite to, and then you can be my buddy for the evening. Maybe we'll have a whole group. I don't know. It could be fun. So yeah, just reach out if it's something that's like you're anxious about. But yeah, and then hopefully I see you there.
Yeah, and I think there is also what so WordCamp Connect. I think there is
Oh
also
yeah.
WordCamp Connect on the second day of the event, conference day, on the 15th June. There is WordCamp Connect for first time attendees, right? Afternoon session. So those who are attending for the first time, you can also attend that session, and then you can see the similar people that attending for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a beauty of WordPress. We are not just working, we are also networking and enjoying our work and sharing our knowledge. It's a beauty of WordPress. We are just forgetting that we are working
Mhm.
like any other platform. This is the thing we are just trying to get more energy and more motivation from the other people also. Yeah, the lovely conversation, and we are share lots of things to the our viewers and new people and other people also. This video can be also available in YouTube, and people can also check later for their inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I need to find my WordCamp t-shirt, WordCamp t-shirt where I put it so that I can wear it. I can fly to Italy so that if someone see me, say that,
Mhm.
hey, you are going to WordCamp, you come, let's sit together. So that we can also make friends in the airport as well, because so many people are flying on the same day, like 11, 2. So it's great to wear the t-shirt so that people can easily recognize you, because our gravatar and the real face are quite different. So
Yes.
people won't recognize you in very first instant. So if you wear t-shirt, try to put some stickers on your luggage or in your hand carry, so that you can also get connected with people. Probably if you find colleagues in the plane, you can like sit side by side. You can start networking from there too.
You can also use your social post, like you are checking the airport and other place also. That can also help us to find these other person who are traveling to WordCamp also.
Mm.
That is
Yeah.
also
Mm.
good thing.
Okay, man, thank you so much for your time. On your busy schedule, I know how busy you are. I can understand the pressure that you have at the moment, but everything will go smooth because WordCamp Europe is one of the most experienced WordPress community worldwide. So you don't need to be panicked. We all are WordPressers. We all can easily forgive your like
Mhm.
mistakes because we know we can understand it. And we believe that you are hard to make the event create successful and welcome for everyone. And is as you are European, we are going to welcome you all people from non-European countries, and probably we will give a good welcome, good gesture on your country as well. So see you in Italy in WordCamp Europe.
Yeah, see you in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have fun.